What a game over the weekend, and the pinnacle or the climax of the Six Nations tournament this year. And it didn't disappoint. It was a hell of a game. England put up a great performance to test the Irish, to test their resolve, and the Irish came through. It was one of those days, Sexton getting the record as well for top point scorer, beating his buddy Ronan O'Gara. England have been criticised for starting slowly, and they started really well in this game. And Willis got an early turnover, and on that point, Willis had a really good game. I think it was a watershed moment for him. England were a nuisance at the breakdown. England put pressure on Ireland, and Ireland don't fully look like they've woken up yet. They do. You know, it takes them a while to actually adjust. And one of the big reasons why they do actually snap out of their malaise, as it were, is the back row. Omani and Doris put like a huge driving tackle in when England are attacking the Irish line. But Ireland do cough up the penalty, and Farrell has brought his kicking boots today. He borrowed his old man's boots, I think. And yeah, he slots over the penalty, so England draw first blood, and it's 3-0. And England stick to the game plan. They've actually got a game plan this time, and they kick for territory. Farrell is kicking well out of hand as well. And yeah, they put Ireland under pressure. Ireland cough up another penalty, and they're struggling a little bit at the breakdown. Not what they expected, I think, and not what a lot of people expected from this England side, but you know, they've done well. They've turned up. So Ireland regather from the restart after that second penalty. And Keenan, who had a great game again, unfortunately went off later on in the game. But he busts through the middle of the English defence, and England scramble and just about bring him down. And yeah, Ireland don't get over that time. There's a bunch of penalties that Ireland have kicked for the corner earlier. But this time Sexton decides to go for the 3 points, and that penalty he kicks, it gets the new record. He goes past O'Gara and gets a standing ovation, fully deserved. What a great servant Irish rugby has been. Such a competitor, and we've missed him on the Lions tour when he hasn't been there. Well, Ireland's tactics weren't great in this first half. I mean, they were trying to spin it wide. I think they were trying to like play champagne rugby without doing the hard work a little bit. But Ireland really should have taken it up the guts, pick and go. You know, that's when a side is firing out. That's what you do to draw them in. And then Ireland get a line out in a pretty good position, and they run a set move. And Sheenan, who looks like a sprinter once he gets going. He gets an inside ball from Van der Fleer, and yeah, he just quick off the mark, very, very quick off the mark, and the acceleration, and he's just over the line before anyone knows what's happened, and Ireland get the first try of the match. So at 10-6, it's anyone's game really. Arundel, who is loaded as the next big thing, as so many of these England players are, without actually proving themselves. He gets a nice welcome to Test rugby. He gets ragdolled on the wing and thrown into touch. And just as they're going into the sheds, we have maybe the most controversial and impactful moment in the match. Freddie Stewart, he gets it all wrong and smacks Keenan in the head with his shoulder. There's no malice in it, there's no intent, but he's a big lump, and he floors Keenan, and they put it on the slow-mo replay, and it looks terrible. Let's be honest. And he gets a red card, and England have done really well so far to stay in this match and to test Ireland. And no one likes to see a match be decided, if you like, by cards, but I know there's going to be a lot of controversy about it, but I can't really argue with the decision. he should have just followed through with the tackle, even though the ball went on the floor. I mean, it was a mistake from Stewart, and the way the laws are now, it's on, if you make contact with someone's head like that, you are the responsible party. So England now down to 14 men, and that's it. Boom, half time. Jack Willis continues his fantastic performance in the second half. He's on like something like 20 odd tackles already, like, and the game is not even 3/4 of the way done. Scrum time is going England's way, to be honest, and Genge gets penalty. England slotted over, or Farrell slots it over, and it's 10-9, so all to play for, just 1 point in it. So slow ball for Ireland, and England are doing a really good job of slowing the ruck speed down. I mean, Ireland are famous for having really good ruck speed, and they play off the back of that, and it's kind of the key or the core of the game. And England have done a fantastic job this game of slowing that right down. And Farrell, let's be honest, Farrell did a great captain's job today, and I think that's it now. The question marks over who is outside half, who's captain. It's Farrell. All right, that's it. I don't want to see anyone start as 10 except Farrell unless he's injured. You know, he's the captain because England played much better. They had that like guts and commitment that they just didn't have last week. Ireland get a nice bit of territory and work their way down to the England line, and there's a huge scrum 5 meters out from the England line. And Bundy Aki gets the ball. He's fired up for this one, and he's been playing very well. And a nice delayed pass, and the man who came in to replace Ringrose, Henshaw, gets over for a try. So that's 2 tries now that Ireland have got, and it's releasing the steam. You know what I mean? Releasing the pressure. And Ireland, every time they scored, looked more relaxed. I kind of think like maybe that let them down a little bit. They should have really gone for points and kept the scoreboard ticking over more in the first half, because they looked like more as the game went on that they were feeling the pressure. You could just feel everyone exhale in the stadium, and back to business. So Ireland have worked, and Gibson Park loves attacking the blind side of the short side, whatever you want to say. And Sheenan gets, who ended up being man of the match, gets his second try. The little sprinter, the number 2 sprinter. So it's looking like it's in the bag at the moment. Ireland got a few tries in front now, and the score is building up. So how are England going to respond? They respond well. They work it through the tight, and Jamie George gets a nice try from a maul. They push over and get a try, so they're still in the game. You know, it's still there for them. And as the fields of Athenry ring out around the stadium, it seems like a done deal. But there's a little bit of a scare. Sexton's leg plays up again, and this one doesn't look like a dead one. He looks like he's pulled something, but he goes off, and Sexton refused to be helped off the field. He hobbled off all by himself, and that says it all. His last Six Nations game. Wow, what a career, man. And icing on the cake, Ireland get a late try, and seal the deal, and everyone's coming down to the pitch ready to storm on when the final whistle blows. What a historic moment for Irish rugby. I think it was expected. England played out of their skins and gave Ireland a real test. The red card obviously was controversial, but I, for one, am glad this Ireland side have checked another box, and I feel like they've got a couple of more boxes that they want to check, particularly Sexton, before he calls it a day. And this one, they can mark it off the list. It's done. First Grand Slam, won at home, St. Patrick's Day weekend against the old enemy. Yeah, great game. Ireland could have played better, but England showed up, so it's great for rugby. Very competitive. Just, you know, this is what rugby is all about. The last game of the Six Nations tournament, and it's a cracker. You know, controversy, tries, and yeah, pints of Guinness. So congratulations to Ireland. Enjoy yourselves, boys. All right, nice one. I'll see you later. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Share as well. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure you could work it out. And yeah, I'll see you for the next review. Thank you very much. Goodbye.